Hello, welcome to Framing Your Design Challenge Part 2. Remember in Module 2, you actually started with kind of figuring out your brainstorm and creating kind of a mind map of all of the different challenges that your organization is facing. Now we're going to move this a little bit forward and look at one of those challenges and now create a solution based on that. So you're not creating a solution yet, you're only taking that challenge, that one challenge, and you're going to build it out a little bit more. So as you look here, again, it says continue with the document that you started. So the document you started in this area, so I'm going to open the template so you can see it. You've already opened this for module in module 2. You created this one. So again, you've opened the template. You're going to start with step 3. So for this one, we're working on steps 3, steps 4, step 5. Okay, so let's jump back. So for step 3, you've already done the pre-work, step 1 and 2. You've done your brainstorm, so your brainstorm should be sitting here. We'll be grading that this week, so make sure it's there. So again, starting module 3, you're looking at the basics. What is the topic and the issue? So you're going from that full brainstorm that was here into one idea in this area. So in just a few words, explain what that is, quickly. Is it, if you're working through an after-school program, maybe you're going to tackle attendance. You're going to work on ways to get students to come. So again, it could be student attendance in this area. Now you're going to describe the problem. So explain a bit more detail. So if I was going to use that attendance piece, I may say, students don't come as regularly as we would like. We would like consistent attendance to where kids are coming 3 to 4 times a week, but kids are showing up 1 to 2 times a week, which isn't helpful or productive for them. So you add in your problem description there. Also your population, who are you trying to serve? So for mine, it's middle school students. So I'm going to say they're middle school students, and they are students that are struggling with reading. So middle school students struggling with reading that need some extra assistance in getting things done and helping them, really excel in reading. So that's, part 1 of part 3, step 3. So now we're going to go into framing that design challenge. So you're going to take a stab at how might we statements. And if you remember back in last semester, we talked about how might we statements. So I want to jump over to this little slide right here, because this one talks about your how might we statements. There we go. So how might we statements. This is your topic. Okay? So then this is the how might we. So how might we reduce unwanted behaviors in classrooms? So how might we increase students' attendance in after-school programs? That would be my how might we statements. So maybe if you're working with an online community for Indigenous students at ASU, how might we serve, online students better? It's a statement that you're kind of throwing out there. Again, enrollment and retainment of dancers in a dance studio. How might we design a program that enhances enrollment and retention? So those are your how might we statements. So how might we, and then what's your challenges? Okay? So those are your how might we statements. So take a moment to frame those and figure those out, and then now state them as what you're trying to achieve. So now it's a statement. So what is that goal? Take a moment to think about your goal and what you hope to achieve. Okay? And match that problem. So if I jump back to this one, so, think about what is that goal? So it could be, teaching educators, think about how that would, so what do you want to do? What is the goal that you're trying to reach? So think about those. And then what are the constraints? For mine, it may be that, kids have to go home to do homework, or kids have to go home to, do chores, or, they're picked up early. They don't have a ride. They walk from school. There's no bus to the site. So what are the constraints that are creating those problems? Then you're going to look at some of the possible solutions. Okay? So what if we, look at it this way? What if we change the thought that way? So you want to really expand out what you're thinking and think about how can you solve this problem. So possible solutions. Don't get locked in yet, but what are some of the possible solutions? Think broadly, explore those ideas. Think, really big. So you're not tunnel focused on one thing, but you're thinking really kind of about everything. All right. So after you've done that, step 5, you're going to refine your design challenge question to make sure it fits again. So again, you're going into how might we's, but refine it to make sure it fits. Now, in step 4, if you didn't meet with your supervisor already, and start, meeting with them and talking with them, you can always do meet your supervisor before or after, kind of up to you and kind of up to your site. So for this one, you're going to take what you've done and now get feedback to see, does it meet the needs? Does it match what the organization wants? Again, this is a process where you need to work with your site and make sure that they're working in conjunction with you, because you don't want to design something that they can't use. So it's better to work with them. I know for my interns, I like to work with them starting the beginning of the week. So that way I can see what are they doing, how things are going, and then do a touch base towards the end of the week. So that way it's maybe they send me an email, they send me information, so that way I can look through it and make changes. So I can make sure it fits my situation within my organization. All right. Then after this, you want to put in your team summary. Who's a part of this? Who are you working with? Understanding who are the different people at play. So that way you have a team to work with. So that's kind of a walkthrough of the assignment. So make sure you walk through step 3, step 4, step 5. You've already shared this one, so you just need to put your link back in so that way we can grade it. Again, take a moment to look at the rubric, because it's very important that you cover all 3 areas well and that you're very professional in submitting this and working with your site. We are here to assist you, here to help you. Please let us know where you have questions. We look forward to working with you. Talk to you soon.